Hey everyone, my name is Pixel and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Selene Apoptosis. Now if you remember what happened last time, we left our laptop and Hope got into it and she almost saw all the files and tabs of things that we weren't supposed to be doing. But that all faded away whenever we went to the grocery store, and lo and behold, we ran into Selene. What could that possibly mean for Ethan? He's never seen her before. So let's go on. We have Ethan having another dream right here, so let's see what happens next. The walls were still trembling softly in the cold light. Everything in the room, including the air, was oozing tension, anguishing in the anticipation of what was about to happen. And something was really about to happen, no doubt about it. It's the couch again. Ethan suddenly realized he was looking at the room from an odd angle. He seemed to be standing on something, but he couldn't feel anything under his feet. No support. He tried to look down, but he only saw the shimmering air. He had no legs, and nothing above the missing legs. It's as if he was not there. Or rather, he was. The shimmering air, the chipped ceiling, and the walls that were still trembling. He was the red of the sofa, standing a little away from the center, and a couple of unremarkable white doors on opposite walls of the room that were not there the last time, and that should not have been there. Nothing can be done about it now. The doors have appeared, and there is nothing that can be done about it now. Nope, sure not. You're here with this sofa. You might as well just live with it. And at least you've got some doors to where you can get out now. The light grew dim, now pulsating noticeably. It was still emanating from the room in its entirety, reflecting from the white walls, but most of all, from the twin brawl in the wall between the two doors that were not supposed to be. For some reason, Ethan tried to catch the rhythm of the light with his breath, yet he couldn't. Catching the rhythm of the light. Like breathing in and out whenever the light goes in and out? Is that what you're talking about? Because if so, it's kind of weird, Ethan. Then again, we know you to be a weird individual. There were two figures sitting on the sofa. One fair, the other dark. The dark one came into the room through one of the doors, but Ethan couldn't guess which one. The fair one was Hope. Oh man, Hope's in our dreams now. Hope, what are you doing here? You can't be here. You have to leave, right now, or something will happen. The pulse of light became faster. The dark one moved towards Hope and tucked a blonde strand behind her ear. Uh-oh. Everything was happening very slowly, as if underwater. There was something odd about the dark one. Something about her was wrong, but Ethan couldn't guess what. She leaned towards Hope's ear and covered her mouth with her hand, and Hope leaned towards her and listened very carefully, as if they had a mutual secret amongst themselves. Something was about to happen. They both looked at Ethan, even though Ethan wasn't here, or rather he was nowhere, because no white room ever existed. Then one of them smiled. The dark one's fingers slid down Hope's chin, a soft, rounded line. They were no longer looking at Ethan, only at each other, very closely, and were slowly inhaling the light. Oh, they making it darker. Oh, that's what they... She's got her nose in her mouth, I think that's what it is. The dark one stroked Hope's cheek, and there was no light left between their ajar lips as they collided. Ethan saw drops of saliva glistening on their lips. Okay, no, that's not their nose. Well, kinda is. The dark one licked her lips and raised her tongue to make space for a long black snake as it got out her mouth. A snake? That's freaky. The snake swayed, tasted the air with its own tongue, and reached out to Hope. Hope closed her eyes. Now the snake was stroking her cheek, long and black, over and over again in a spiral, always in a spiral. This is getting really weird, and it was weird to begin with. This is weird. Hope reached for the band that covered her eyes, and the dark girl reached for her hand, and their fingers intertwined, and the light between their lips melted, as it always happens at sunset. Yet there was no snake. It was just a black ribbon. A poisonous ribbon, covered in scales. That's kind of a snake. The pulse of the room became faster. One of the lamps came into an eclipse. She has a number of faces. That's a clue. The bodies of two girls merged on the red sofa, and his own flesh was shaking and shrinking. Ligaments, valves, bones, vessels in places where they came very close to the shabby red upholstery. His heart rate became faster. 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 Oh, her eyes look different. Her eyes are looking different. And then something happened. Ethan woke up. His breath was bubbling in his throat. The ceiling above him was flaring with immeasurable darkness, and down below his stomach felt a searing heat. The heat was so intense, Ethan had to sneak into the bathroom, and as if his old man used to say, he had to squeeze it off. Not just once, but whopping two. After that, Ethan loomed over the sink and was looking at himself in a small rectangular mirror for quite a while. At some point, his lips started trembling. Ethan did not wait to see where this was going. He spat into the sink, let the water in for the while. Then he turned the lights off. He had to try and forget that weird dream. Let's hope he easily forgets this dream now, huh? Ethan didn't want morning to come. He didn't want to wake up, to see a hidden grudge in Hope's eyes, to listen to the awkward silence, and to seize every opportunity to say a word to break it. But morning did come, and Ethan was in for a surprise. Everything was fine. Very much so. Hope got up early to make a surprise breakfast, the kind Ethan was never able to cook, even when he really wanted to. She was talking to him. She was joking. She listed at least 10 places they would go when their schedules became more relaxed. The nightmare seemed to be over. Simply washed away down the drain with the rest of all things excess he used to have in his body. The image was so real that Ethan got completely relaxed, let his guard down, dazed by the cute nonsense waffles with cream and delicious Turkish coffee. Then Hope asked a question. "Do you think a darker hair color would suit me?" Uh-oh. Don't go to the dark hair, Hope. The coffee suddenly turned solid and stuck in his throat. Ethan felt as if it wasn't coffee at all, but finely ground glass. He coughed. What? Hope put her elbows on the table and sipped from her cup as if nothing had happened. "I was just thinking about becoming a brunette. What do you say, huh?" "I don't know. I'm fine with everything as it is. As long as you like it, I guess." Tiny pieces of glass were still scratching him from the inside. Ethan tried to clear his throat, but it didn't get much better. "But why were you thinking about it?" Ethan struggled to speak. He felt as if he was falling into a pit, and the air was whistling in his ears. "Well, one has to change from time to time. Variety is good, isn't that right?" She took another sip. "Besides, I find plenty of dark hair all over the apartment. Not very long, but not too short either. About this length?" Even before Hope tapped her neck with the edge of her hand, Ethan knew where the hand would stop. "And so I thought, if I go brunette, I can believe those hairs are mine." Hope's lips stretched and the corners of her mouth turned up. But she wasn't smiling. This isn't happening. This just can't be happening. He must still be asleep. This is a dream, just a shitty dream, and it will end. Now Ethan desperately wanted morning to come, but morning just couldn't come for the second time in a day. Hope leaned back in her chair and looked at him with her head on one side and a fake smile smoldering on her lips. Something had to be done about it. All of it. Right at this moment. You gotta... Come on. We've had enough with the lies already, Ethan. We need to just spit out the truth. Look, something strange is going on. Yeah, I could tell as much. Hope, I'm serious. Something strange is going on, and I have no explanations. Neither good nor bad. None at all. Oh, really? Actually, I might have an idea or two. Wait. I'm not saying that yesterday in the store... Ethan stopped short. Go on. He took a deep breath and closed his eyes. I'm not saying I didn't stare at that girl. I did, and it's obvious. I was trying to... She reminds me of someone, and I was trying to figure out if I was mistaken. I know what it looks like, and it's my fault. Ethan decided to omit the part about well-rounded buttocks under the light flowing fabric. Not because he wanted to look better, but because he knew it would hurt Hope, and he really didn't want to hurt her. Please forgive me if you can. I did a shitty thing, but I'm really sorry. He put his hand on the table so that their fingers touched a little. Hope didn't move away. Next time we go shopping, you can stare at everyone you like. I'll try my best not to cry. Can't promise anything, though. Hope winced, but Ethan knew she was hiding a smile. All right, then. But keep in mind, I'll pick the hottest ones. I don't stand a chance, do I? She smiled wider and roughed his hair. Absolutely. And about the hairs? Hope's smile disappeared without a trace. I don't know where they came from. Seriously, there's something wrong here. Ethan, please, I don't want to. No, listen, please. I really think that some intruder is getting inside our apartment somehow. Do you believe me? Hope looked at him for a while. Then she shivered. Damn you, Ethan. Yes, I do believe you. I don't understand how this happens or what they want, but I think it's time to call the police and let them sort it out. It's their job after all. Maybe you should actually call Laura first? I think it's the time. Yes, I'll do that as well. Hope pressed his hand. Let's promise each other we won't go crazy, okay? I also see things. All sorts of things. I mean, sometimes you find hairs, just some damn hairs, and you start questioning everything. We just need to get through these dark times somehow. It'll get better. I'm sure it will. Ethan nodded. Yeah. Hope pressed his hand again and got up from the table. Okay, I have to go now. I'll probably be late and we'll have to hold up at work today. Should I meet you after? Maybe. I'll call you later, I guess. Hope. I love you. Of course you do. I love you too. Very much. Don't forget to call Laura. Ethan nodded absently. And with that, we are going to leave that off for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Things seem to be getting better between Ethan and Hope. You know, that was the freakiest, weirdest dream I have probably ever heard of before. And Ethan had to stare at it as a ghost, as if he wasn't even there. But you know what? Everything's out in the open. We're not lying about anything. Hope is trusting us, which she should. She's our wife after all. And things are starting to get better. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to like the video. You want to see more content like this? You want to follow along with this story with all the rest of us? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Get notified whenever other episodes of it come out. Thank you guys again for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye now.